Hello to everybody, to my 6th class students. So in the previous class we have came across the 6th unit, that is about the imaginary lessons we have came across children. So from the 6th unit we have completed reading A, reading B and we have completed 2, reading A and reading B. Today we are going to start the new topic, that is reading C children. So in this unit we have came across many imaginary stories. Okay, just we should have to read the stories and just we should have to imagine. For example, in the lesson Rip Van Winkle, yes or no? So he had climbed the mountain from morning to afternoon. After that, he has drank one liquid, okay, so which is present in the barrel. So he has slept for a long period of time, for 20 years. After finishing of the 20 years, when he goes to his own place, okay, all people are unable to recognize that person. Okay, so imagine a story. Next, in the reading B, we have seen My Shadow poem children. My shadow. Just we have to imagine how the shadow is going to jump. Okay, how it is going to participate in all the activities before the person is going to have that activity. Yes or no? That we have seen. Now, reading C. In the reading C, it is also an imaginary part, children. So that is Gulliver's Travel. What is the name of our lesson here? Gulliver's Travel. See here. Gulliver, Gulliver. Okay, so you will take the different types of pronunciation. So you should have to pronounce it as Gulliver. Okay, Gulliver's Travel. Okay, so who is this Gulliver? Gulliver is this person belongs to England, children, and he had a habit of traveling to different places. That means we can an island, different countries. He wanted to travel. So how he began to travel? How he wants to travel? He wanted to travel in boat or in a ship, children. Now, so before going to start our lesson, let us have a look in our textbook. One picture is shown, children. What is the picture is about? The picture is shown. Okay, one big ship is standing over under the middle of the ocean, and few people are passing away from the big ship to the land. Okay, so how many people are seen here in the boat? Maximum 5 to 6 members are seen. Next, one person is following to this boat. What had happened in our story? That only we are going to learn from this lesson, right? Now, so before going to start, one paragraph is given, children. General talk is given. What is that? When a person tells the story of his life in his own words, it is called an autobiography. Autobiography, children. A-U-T-O. Okay. So don't be get confused. A-U-T-O, B-I-O-G-R-A-P-H-Y. Okay. Autobiography. What is the pronunciation here? Autobiography. What is the meaning of this autobiography? A person tells the story of his own. Suppose I am telling my own story. You are telling your own story, or you are writing your own story in one diary also, we can tell. So whenever you are expressing your story with others, okay, whatever the story is told by yourself, it will become the autobiography. Now, biography, this half part, children. Biography is nothing but telling the story of another person. Okay, telling the story of another person. Story means not the story, story of the life. Okay, so story of the life of another person, it is called the biography. Suppose you are telling my story, it will become biography. Okay, the biography of our teacher, the biography of my parent, the biography of my father. Okay, like that. So biography is nothing but the life story of another person, telling the life story of another person. What is autobiography? Autobiography is the life story telling by yourself. Okay, so here the difference is given here. Now, Gulliver, a sailor, was once caught in the land of giants. So one definition has given about the autobiography. He has explained what is an autobiography. Here Gulliver is telling his own autobiography here. Okay, that means Gulliver is telling his own story in this lesson. Gulliver, a sailor, was once caught in the land of giants. Okay, so our Gulliver is there, no? Gulliver means nothing but what I told, a person who travels from one place to another in the ships. Okay, so right. So when he was traveling in a boat, okay, so he is a sailor. I told you. Sailor means who sails in the ship. Okay, who travels from one place to another in the ship. For them we are going to call what here? Sailors. Okay, related to that some meanings also given, children. Later on I will explain for you. So he was caught in the land of giant. That means some giant. Okay, meaning of giant. 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 Giant is nothing but, children. Okay, the meaning of giant is huge. Huge, huge or big. Huge or big person, we can tell. Okay, huge or big person. For example, when we are watching the Ramayanam, in the Ramayanam we can see Kumbhakarna. He is a very large and very big numerous person. No? Okay, he is a large and very big person. So here giants is nothing but giants are nothing but the people who looks very large and very big when compared to us. Okay, so in that land where these giant people are living, in that land this Gulliver was caught. Right. This is how he describes his experiences. So when this fellow was left over in that land where the big people are living. Okay, so where the big people are living, this fellow has left over, no? So how he had his experiences, that he has telling in our story here. Okay, now on the 16th of June 1730 we discovered land. Okay, so what I told, Gulliver's travel. Gulliver was always liking to travel or wanted to discover or wanted to find the new land. So our complete world will be having, in our complete world 25% of land is there, 75% of water. We came to know that. Yes or no? So in the 25%, many people don't know. So some secret places. So some people wanted to discover the new places. For example, Andaman Nicobar Islands. They are the islands, four-side water, middle land is present. Yes or no? Like that. So these people are always wanted to discover the new land. On 16th of June 1730, we discovered land. That means they wanted to, they have searched one land. Okay, they have discovered one land. Our captain sent a dozen men with vessels for water if any could be found. So when they are traveling in the ship, not sheep, children, SHIP. When they are traveling, see, have you seen a very big ship is present, no? So here the captain, what the captain has told? The captain has told that there is one land is present there. Okay, why can't you go there and bring the water? See, in the ocean, if they need the water, means the ocean water will be very salty, no? So unable to drink. So whatever the water is present in the lakes or in the rivers, it may be fresh water. So for that purpose, or else we can tell, we can find the fresh water from the bore wells also. If any person is living on the land, means they would have some bore wells. So from their bore wells, go and bring the water, the captain has told to him. If anyone could be found. When we came to land, we saw no river or spring, nor any inhabitant. See here, no river or no spring. There was nothing was found to these people. Okay, so Gulliver is among them, children. So among them, how many members has the captain has sent on the land? So the captain has sent for 12 members. Okay, 1 dozen equals to 12 members. From those 12 members, one of the person is our Gulliver. Okay, so one of the person was Gulliver. So they did not find any river or any spring or any inhabitants. Inhabitants are nothing but we can call it as a bore wells also. I went on to explore. That means they began to explore. That means they began to search for the water on those land. The country was barren and rocky. So the complete land, country is nothing but land, children. The village also we can tell. The country was barren. That means no one people has seen there. And rocky. Rocky means the complete land is covered with the rocks. Kondalu in Telugu. I turned back to join the crew. So this fellow unexpectedly went for the water to search, in search of water. He did not found anything. So lastly he wanted to join his crew, only to see them getting into the boat and rowing for life to get to ship. So when he was wanted to catch for those people along with him, okay, whatever the people has came along with him, he wanted to catch for those people, children. But here those people are going to, they are very hurry in having to get into the ship. Now see, if you see the picture, you can understand. See here, what is see, still our this enormous large person has not came. That means our giant has not came still now. So these people are rowing the boat and they wanted to reach to the ship here. Now down of the picture, before I could reach them, I observed a huge creature walking after them in the sea as fast as he could. So what he saw before I could reach them, I observed a huge creature walking after them. So one big creature, a huge creature was walking back of this dozen of the people. Okay, so how many people have came got down from the ship here? 1 dozen. From that 1 dozen people, this Gulliver was left over, and remaining 11 members are sitting in the small boat, and they are very hurried to get into the boat there. So when they are passing near to the boat, one big giant, that means huge creature, was following to that boat. He saw that one. The water of the ocean reached only up to his knees. So in the ocean, whatever the water is there in the ocean now, that water is reaching up to the knees only. But for this Gulliver, when he get down into the river, he directly dip into the river. Now, however, the monster was unable to overtake the speeding boat. So these people are moving very speed, children, in the boat. So this monster is nothing but big person, or we can call it as the giant also. He was unable to catch the speeding boat. I turned back quickly and climbed up a steep hill. Okay, so this fellow was left over. All the 11 members have got into the boat and they reached to the ship, but he was left over in that giant's land of the giants also we can tell. Who has left over? Our main hero Gulliver was left over in that land. Now their friends have went away, he was left over, only one person in that land here. Now, so what he has done? He has turned back quickly and climbed up a steep hill with fields of barley on either side and the corn rising up to 40 feet. So he went onto the rocky steep of the hill with fields. So where he has climbed, he climbed upon this tree. This is the tree of corn. See, corn rising up to 40 feet. So this whatever the corn tree is there, no corn, makka gutta chettu, you will tell on children. Yes or no? Makka. So corn tree. It is up to what height here? It is up to over 40 feet height. 40 feet height. So this fellow, what he has done, this Gulliver has climbed up to these trees. Okay. So if you turn the page, you can see the tree. You can see the corn tree, children. You can see the corn tree. Next, there was a fence to pass from one field to the other. So there was a fencing also, boundary, children. There was a boundary also, so that one person can reach from one field to the another field here. Next paragraph. It was impossible for me to climb because every step was 6 feet height. So this person began to climb from first to what we are going to. I was trying to It was impossible for me to climb because every step was 6 feet height. He was climbing this tree, corn tree. So every step was very high, children. From this part to this part, from this part to this part. It was very high, children. Next, I was trying to find a gap in the hedge when I discovered one of the inhabitants in the next field walking towards the fence. So he wanted to save. He wanted to save from the big monster. He wanted to save from the big monster, but he saw that from the other side of the fence another person was walking in the field. He was one of the small size as the creature chasing the boat. So he was the same size. So whatever the size of this giant is there, the another person also who is present in the next field, another field also, he too had the same height. Next, I was stuck towards the fence. He was of the same size. I was stuck with almost fear and astonishment and ran to hide myself. So he was very surprised. Astonishment is nothing but surprise. Astonishment means surprise. So he got very surprised and he was very fear also. He is getting fear also and ran to hide myself. He called in a voice much louder than a trumpet. So the person who has came into the field, he began to shout, children. Why he was shouting? There is some reason, I think so. Whatever the monster is present in the another field, he was shouting for some people. Okay, that means he is calling to some people. So, however, how he was shouting means like he called it in a voice much louder than a trumpet. Have you seen the trumpet, children? With the trumpet you can make the noise. Okay, in band bajas, the people will carry the trumpet and they will make the sound. No, so how that sound has hearing, in the same way this monster is shouting. It sounded like thunder. So the person how he was shouting, no, it is looking like a thunder, like a urumu, children. 7 monsters like him came towards the field, ready to reap the corn. So same as it is, how the person is present in the another field, no, same as it is only. Another 7 more person has came to reap the corn. That is the corn field, no, children. Corn plants are present. So that person is calling for whom? That huge creature was calling for whom here? He is calling for the another 7 man to reap. Reap is nothing but to cut the corn. And now our Gulliver, where he was hiding? He was hiding one upon the tree, which is about 40 feet height, children. According to this Gulliver, they carried a reaping hook which was very big. Okay, reaping hook, knife, children. We can call it as a knife also. Reaping hook. Okay, it may be size of like this. Okay, by catching this here, this is the handle. By catching this, they are going to reap, they are going to cut, right? So they carried a reaping hook which was very big. When one of the reapers approached where I lay hidden, I screamed as loud as I could. So one of the person, what they have done? One of the person came near to this plant where this Gulliver was hiding, and he began to shout. I screamed as loud as I could. So how much sound he can make, that much sound. With that sound he has begun to shout, children. The creature stopped reaping. So whatever the creature, the huge creature is there, no, our giant is there, no, that huge creature, by hearing that sound, he stopped reaping the cornfield, picked me up between his thumb and forefinger and brought me close to his eyes. See here what he has done. By hearing that sound, who has present on the plant of the corn? Our main monster, see, are you able to see here monster? This monster has caught this Gulliver into his forefinger and in the middle of the thumb, children. Yes, like this, in this way. Yes, by showing the book I can tell. Suppose this is the Gulliver, this fellow has caught in this way, right? Now let us see here. He looked, see here, 60 feet above the ground. That means brought me close to his eyes, 60 feet above the ground. Actually the corn plant is about how many feet height? It was about 40 feet height, but this monster is about 60 feet height. So from the down part to he brought up to 40 feet height. He looked at me with curiosity and blew my hair aside to get a better view of my face. So he looked at me with curiosity. He was very curious. He was very anxious also. Why? Because in that land, this type of height people are going to live. So from those land, one new person, new small creature has founded by this monster. Yes or no? So he was very curious to see my face and he blew the air. That means this Gulliver had a long hair. So whenever the monster has caught for the Gulliver, his face was unable to see for the giant. So the giant has blew the air. Udadam. Okay, like that. So blew the air, so that he can see his face. He called his friends and gently placed me on the ground. So he immediately called his friends. We also do the same thing, no, children, when we are getting any new creature which was not seen in their life. When they see for the first time, they just see for the first time and they call for the friends. Hey, see here, what a great creature I have found it, like this. So the monster also called for all his friends, and he placed this Gulliver on the ground. They all sat on the ground to take a good look at me. So all they have sat on the ground to see my face clearly. I walked slowly backward and forward, pulled off my hat and made a low bow towards the farmers. So the fellow has moved forward and he has moved backward. Who has moved here? Our Gulliver. Why? Because he was caught up by the chains. Okay, he was caught by the chains here. He was unable to go here and there. Just he went forward and came backward. So he just removed his hat, cap. We can tell hat is nothing but cap. After removing his cap, what he has done, he just bowing, gave the respect. If he would have given the respect, means they will not do anything. In that thought, he has went away. Next one. I tried to speak to them loudly in several languages. Okay, so this Gulliver wanted to wanted to speak with the monsters in different languages. Each time I did so, for the farmer who picked me up held his ears very close to me, but in vain. Okay, so why he wanted to speak in other languages? Why? Because the monster would have taken me near to ear, means I would have told the something to him, but it was useless. It is in vain. Vain is nothing but useless. Okay, each time I did so, the farmer would pick me up, held his ear very close to me, but in vain. But it was useless. That means they are not understanding this language, his language. The farmer took me to his house and placed me at some distance on the dining table, which was 30 feet high from the floor. So the farmer from the field, he has taken this Gulliver to his home. Okay, and he placed him on the table, which is about 30 feet high, children, dining table, where we are going to have our food. No, that is the height. The height of the dining table is about 30 feet. Now, dinner was brought for the farmer in a dish which was 10 feet in diameter. Okay, so which was how many? 10 feet in diameter. The dish, whatever the dish was prepared for this farmer, no, it was about 30, not 30, 10 feet in diameter. Diameter means what, children? Vedalpu. Okay, the breadth of the thing, right? So the farmer's wife crumbled some bread and placed it before me. So the farmer has taken this Gulliver to their home, no? So the farmer's wife have crumbled. Crumbled means the farmer's wife has cut the bread into pieces and she has given the pieces of bread to the Gulliver here. In the middle of the dinner, I heard a noise behind me. So in the middle of the dinner, that means he began to eat the food now. So in the middle of the dinner, he heard some voice. What is the voice? Let us see here. It was the purring of a cat that was 10 times larger than an ox. Ox will be, no, children? Ox. Nakka. So the cat is about how many times here? It is 10 times larger than the ox. So that cat is making the purring sound. Okay, purring is nothing but a sound. It is making sound. The farmer's wife was stroking him. The farmer's wife, when it is shouting, no, when the cat is shouting, the farmer's wife was stroking him. Then entered the farmer's 1-year-old son in the arms of a lady. So lastly, this farmer also had one son. So the farmer's son has came, and he has came into the dining room and he has entered on the arms of the lady. On seeing me, the child grabbed me from the table and put my head into his mouth. So suddenly that boy, what he has done, 1-year-old boy, he has grabbing means he has taken with the hand for this Gulliver and he kept his Gulliver's head into the mouth of the so the child has kept the mouth of the Gulliver in his, sorry, the child has kept the mouth, sorry, the child has kept the mouth of the Gulliver. So what is given here? On seeing me, the child grabbed me from the table and put my head into his. When the child has seen for this Gulliver, he has grabbed. That means he has taken roughly from the table and he has taken, and this child has put the head of the Gulliver into his mouth. Whose mouth here? Child's mouth. Now I shouted so loudly that the baby dropped me. So suddenly, when the mouth was went into the boy's mouth here, okay, when the head was went into the boy's mouth, when the mouth was went into the boy's, when the head was went into the boy's mouth, he began to shout. The Gulliver began to shout. So when he began to shout, he has removed him suddenly from his mouth. I would have broken my neck if the mother had not held her apron under me. Okay, so I would have broken my head only if the mother would have not held me, apron, held her apron under me. So I would have broken my head. The Gulliver is telling, if the mother has not given the apron. Apron means what here? A piece of cloth that is worn to protect our clothes. Okay, so upon the cloth, like a jacket, children. So this Gulliver had worn one jacket, I think. If the mother would have not given the jacket, means apron, means what would have happened? Okay, I would have gone into the mouth of the child, he is telling. Later, she put me on her own bed and covered me with a clean white handkerchief. So she has taken from the mouth of the child and she has made me covered me with a clean white kerchief. See, according to the Gulliver, this kerchief will be looking like a blanket to the child here. I slept dreaming of my home. Okay, so lastly he went into the sleep. How he slept, children? I slept dreaming of my home, my wife and my children. So however he used to sleep in his house, no? In that way he has slept. So this is the imaginary story given in our 6th unit, children. So meanings are given. What is the first meaning here? Inhabitant, a person who lives in a particular place. Inhabitant. Monster, a big, cruel and frightening person, like this person. Okay, so he is the monster. Next, hedge, a row of closely planted low growing trees forming a boundary. Next, reaping hook, a curved blade with a short handle used to cut grass or crops. I have shown you, children, this is the figure of the reaping hook. Next, scream, to cry loudly because of fear or excitement or anger. Right. Next one, apron, a piece of cloth that is worn to protect our clothes. This is the glossary from this lesson, children. So everybody should have to read the lesson once or twice. Okay, so understand it. Whatever the questions are given, answer to those questions, children. So in the next class we are going to have another topic. So keep watch on these videos. Okay, so bye to everybody.